Have you ever heard of the 10,000 hour rule? It's a concept that appears throughout Malcolm Gladwell's book Outliers, published in 2008. This 10,000 hour rule is based on the research of Anders Ericsson, who studies expert performance in domains such as medicine, music, chess, and sports, focusing exclusively on extended deliberate practice as a means of how expert performers acquire their superior performance. Gladwell claims that greatness requires enormous time, using the Beatles' talents and Bill Gates' computer savvy as examples. He explains that to achieve this milestone, which he considers to be the key to success in any field, you simply need to practice a specific task 3 hours a day for 10 years. He also notes that it took himself exactly 10 years to meet the 10,000 hour rule during his brief tenure at the American Spectator and his next job at the Washington Post. As an example of this 10,000 hour rule, he cites the Beatles' performance in Hamburg, Germany over 1,200 times from 1960 to 64, amassing more than 10,000 hours of playing time, therefore meeting the 10,000 hour rule. Bill Gates amassed 10,000 hours when he gained access to a high school computer in 1968 at the age of 13, spending the 10,000 hours learning to program on it before he started Microsoft. So what does it mean to actually master something? I mean, is that even something that's quantifiable? Well, one discipline that actually has a rating system is chess. The United States Chess Federation has particular ratings for particular levels. For example, to be an expert, you have to have a rating between 2,000 and 2,200. To be a national master, to be between 2,200 and 2,400. And then anything above 2,400 is considered to be a senior level master. To reach the pinnacle of the chess world, which would be a grandmaster, it typically takes, from all the research I've done, about 20,000 hours of playing. So really twice what Malcolm Gladwell suggests in Outliers. As a matter of fact, most grandmasters will tell you if you start after the age of 10, it's impossible to reach that level. So I've thought, okay, in the things that I've done, for example, music production, how long did it take to master that? Well, if you want to consider having a platinum record, mastering it, the first platinum record that I ever got was a band called Shinedown. I got in 2010. Now, the record came out in 2003, but it wasn't certified platinum until 2010. So if you assume that I worked 6 hours a day for 10 years, because I started producing full-time at the end of 99, so the beginning of 2000, that works out to be about 37,440 hours before I mastered production. Okay, so what about songwriting? Have I mastered that? Well, I would consider having a #1 song mastering that discipline as a songwriter. Well, I started writing songs really in the 70s, but let's say that I started writing when I played in bands starting around 1989. I had my first publishing deal in 1992. I didn't have a #1 song as a writer until 2013, which was Carolina with Parmalee. Now, if you were to say, okay, 1989 to 2013, that is 24 years of writing songs. And I've probably written thousands of songs in that time period. So how many hours would that be? 100,000? Not even close to 10,000. I wish that it had taken 10,000 hours until I had mastered that art form. I still really haven't mastered it. That is just complete luck. So what about mastering YouTube? Can you actually master YouTube? What would that actually mean? Well, they give awards at 100,000, a million, and 10 million. So I guess you could assume that 100,000 is kind of like having a gold record, getting 100,000 subscribers. So I started my channel on June 2nd, 2016, and I got to 100,000 subscribers on July 4th, 2017. That was roughly 56 weeks later. So if I worked 6 days a week, which I did, 12 hours per day, that equals about 4,032 hours. So less than half of the 10,000 hour rule. Of course, all the other things I've done in my life up until now have prepared me for this. So does the 10,000 hour rule even mean anything at this point? Or is it something that you have to start from scratch? I mean, when I started making videos, I didn't know how to edit videos. I had to learn that from scratch. I didn't know anything about photography. I didn't know about lighting. I had never done any video recording before like that. I didn't know really anything related to it other than on the topics. I knew those topics cold, but I didn't really understand anything about the process of making videos or what it means to be in doing social media like that. Let's say we take something like ear training. How long did it take my son Dylan to master hearing really complex harmony? Well, I spent 3 hours a day with him when he was a baby listening to music. That was for 2 years. That's about 2,100, 2,200 hours. And then teaching him the theory behind it, let's say that's another 100 hours or so. So 2,400 hours. You can see that all these things take different amounts of time for different people. You have people that have genetic abilities, people that start really young, or people that just work really hard. That's why I don't buy into the 10,000 hour rule at all. If you work hard and have luck, it may take 100,000 hours, but you can have success. Or you may never have success. There's plenty of people that have done 10,000 hours of a lot of different things that will never become experts at it. And there's people that have become experts at things with just a couple thousand hours of practice. That's all for now. Please subscribe here to my Everything Music YouTube channel. If you're interested in the Beato book, you can go to my website at www.rickbeato.com and find it there. Or check out my Advanced Harmonic Concepts for Composition and Improvisation through the Beato Academy of Music on my website. Thanks for watching.